Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. I got inspired by a comment by one of you, which was about, I guess, how can you detach from your other self while your other self is still there in the 3D and your life is in the 3D, something like that. And it's made me realize how sacred physical separation, including detoxing, is. So, therefore, this video. I know, especially the first few years, maybe on your twin flame journey, you will hate to hear this. How important the physical separation actually is. And I like to call it physical separation because in the energy there is no separation. And no separation between you and your other self, your twin flame, but just in general. Like, separation doesn't exist. It's only something that you experience with your human self, your small egoic self, that there is separation between you and, for instance, this video, between you and me. But you created me. Your consciousness, you are the one that's aware of this, that's watching this. It was always you. And why is this physical separation then so important? And why do I recommend this flies why do I recommend detoxing highly? Well, first of all, because that's also something that I've heard a lot in the twin flame community. But if I ignore my other self, if I distract myself from it, if I push them away, aren't I pushing away myself? But it begins with you, not the other one. The other one is the mirror of your consciousness. It begins with your own self-awareness. And this physical separation is there to come fully back to yourself, to get no longer distracted by the other one, and to take all the time, because this journey is about your pace. It's about you. There's no deadline. You don't need to rush anything because it's about you. So when the other one is less or not at all any longer, it depends on your 3D circumstances, because I've heard of so many different circumstances. For example, being co-workers, having a child together, co-parenting, whatever it might be. But the less you have contact, the less they are in your fields. That's already one thing that might help. The more you get the space to come back to yourself. Why is that? Because there's such a obsessed, fear-based energy that got activated by the first physical separation, the most painful one maybe, that you've experienced with your twin flame. It's an energy that controls your whole life. And it's an energy that everyone has. Everyone carries this energy. But it seems stronger when you are on an awakening journey, because it's invited to alchemize this, to burn it to the ground, and to build up a completely new way of living. But when you are constantly distracted by your other self being there, or distracted by old conversations that you can constantly read, or everything that keeps this fear-based energy alive will keep you in suffering, will keep you in confusing. All these heavy emotions. And I've already made a video about this, I think almost 1 year ago. I'll link it here or here, about how this fear-based energy runs your daily life, your twin flame journey, if you are not aware of it. And this physical separation is there to become aware of this and to neutralize it, to change it into the truth of this journey, which is you are union, you are unity consciousness, you are awareness, you are unconditional love. But you can't come to this realization when the other one is constantly there in your field or in your mind, and you constantly identify with your minds. Then it gets so heavy, and it's like you are constantly boom, 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 boom. You can't maintain peace then. So this physical separation is there. It's so sacred for you to come back to soul, to listen to soul, and to integrate a completely new way of living for yourself that's based on truth, on soul, on wholeness, on union, on unconditional love. And there are 3 things that play like a big part in this, and that's soul, heart, and body. And the ego or thoughts or minds have to go back in the car. Like your body is the bridge between the physical and the energetic realms. It's your existence from which you can experience things, from which you can transmute the illusion of separation. Grounding in your body is so important. Opening our hearts for our emotions, for our experiences, so sacred as well. It helps us to receive more, to be more grateful for what is. And our soul is just like, our soul is at the driver's seat of the car, of your life, of your human experience now, because it recognized itself through the twin flame, and there's no way back. So this phase of physical separation is so sacred for you to take all the time you need to build up this new way of living from more trust, peace, surrender, love from the inside out, more unity, to return back to unity. It's not something that you have to gain or to work on. It's remembering. It's constantly remembering. And it's so hard when the other one is there in our fields. Because why? It activates our mind again. It activates our attachments again, our expectations, our memories, anything that feeds this obsessed, fear-based separation energy. And in this physical separation, you have the time also to do things that nourish your soul more, so that you can start to feel the difference between ego and soul as well. And that you can be more and more aware of energy, because that's where the key lies. Or lays, correct me if I'm wrong. But when you start to become aware of your own energy, you'll start to realize how addicted you were to the twin flame concepts, to the outcome of a romantic relationship with your other self, and of course to your other self in general. And that's why detoxing is such an important part for this sacred physical separation phase. And we can have multiple separation phases. Like, if I can be honest with you, during my balancing, I initiated so many new physical separations because I had to be honest. Although he wasn't running away any longer, although he chose me, I was a woman of his life. I still noticed that I either was approaching certain things from the old relationship template again. I felt that I was attached again to certain things around what he was doing and saying. And then I got this mirrored, of course, and I didn't like his frequencies, his energy. So I always initiated this physical separation because I just felt it was needed. Because, yes, there was still some sneaky energy again that was attached to the 3D version of my other self. This is such a sacred path, and it needs alignment. And alignment can be approached from the human mind as it needs time. It needs linear time in this 3D realm. Because before your awakening, you were living most of your time from a place of conditions, mental programming, agendas. And now it's deconditioning. It's constantly peeling off layers of the onion. It's remembering. And that takes time. And why is detoxing such an important part of this sacred phase of physical separation? Also, maybe what I forgot to mention is what I did when I initiated these physical separations with my other self is coming back to myself again. Coming back to neutrality, to clarity, to inner peace. And how do you gain inner peace? It's not something that you have to maintain constantly. We are still humans. We still experience emotions, circumstances. Don't make this your ultimate goal. But when we detox, so anything that reminds you of your other self, anything that reminds you of, or that's like activates the ego mind again around desiring this perfect relationship, desiring to be seen, to be loved, to be chosen, to be in harmony, get rid of it, out of your fields. And also the twin flame concept in general. I had to detox from that as well. And of course, all these toxic prediction videos with tarot and oracle cards, get rid of it. It will keep you looping. So I also stopped listening to, because I was like so obsessed with the masculine and the feminine dynamic within relationships. So I stopped watching or listening to this podcast about sacred relationships. I stopped watching movies, series around romantic stories and even music. And I also stopped watching twin flame videos. So maybe start to ask yourself or to notice within yourself when you are watching my videos, for instance, what is it like bringing up within you? A certain unrest again? Are you watching these videos because you are feeling restless? You feel like you need answers? You feel empty? Stop watching these videos. Or is it more from a place of curiosity and more balanced states? Then it's fine. But I would also recommend to stop for a while watching twin flame videos, because all the answers are within. They really are. And I'm just here to remember that, like to remind you of that. And this video won't be for everyone, maybe. Maybe you're not ready to detox fully. But if you do it fully, I can guarantee you, yeah, you will feel a lot of fear first, or sadness and grief around how you thought this journey would end, would go. But you will receive so much in return, so much peace. You will come to the realization that you were so addicted, obsessed with the other one. Although you don't want to acknowledge that right now, you will know what I'm saying here when you actually do this. When you get rid of everything that reminds you of the other one and that keeps you in the minds. You will feel so much more inner peace and clarity. Like you've finally returned back to yourself. Like, wow, I missed myself. I missed how it felt to be myself. That's what I thought. I was like, I haven't been able to feel myself again, to feel this liberation almost since 2 years. Because the first 2 years I was in this fear-based energy a lot. You will be able to breathe again. Okay, if you are ready for this new way of living, for this remembrance, for this embodying of wholeness again, my online course Inner Union Activation is out there to help you step by step how to shift from separation consciousness into unity consciousness, with detoxing, of course. Treat this physical separation as such a holy period. It's for you to come back home with self. And if you want to take this even further, I also have 2 new spots for both July and August to go all in with me. I've made a page on my website on what you can expect from this. It's a mentorship for a month, one-on-one. You get to stay in touch with me almost every day. You can ask me questions. You can share more about your daily life, what you are experiencing within you or without you. I'll help you to give the right insights. I'll stay very close to you for 4 weeks straight. And there are also some other things that are included in this program if you decide to go all in with me. So I'll link all of that in the description of this video. Until the next one, bye bye!